Buljinaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, FNPF looks into accounts with zero balance. Minister apologizes for curfew confusion. And water supply restored.
The studios of FBC Suva.
Attorney General Ayaz Kayum has hit out at the Fiji Law Society, saying it has disrespected the office of the Speaker of Parliament. The Society yesterday issued an open letter calling on the Attorney General and Parliament to defer debate on two bills before the House. Penisa Wangarandov reports the Anti-Corruption Division Bill and the Abolition of Assessors Bill are due for debate this week.
They have done a great injustice.
Syed Kayum says the motion on the two bills was put forward with no objections from either side of the House.
It's the motion that was put on the floor. It's got passed without any objection. The Law Society has got it wrong in the first place. And to say it will be a serious failure of leadership, how dare they do that?
The Attorney General has also questioned the independence of the Fiji Law Society, saying it has attacked the Speaker and questioned his leadership.
It would appear to me that they are playing politics, because this is precisely the agenda that SODELPA and NFP were trying to highlight indirectly, questioning the leadership of the Honourable Speaker. And here we have the Law Society doing the same thing again and getting the law wrong.
Speaking on the abolition of Assessors Bill, Syed Kayum says there is a lack of consistency and judges are relying on assessors to determine their verdict.
The whole point is to get a consistency in the law, so you develop proper jurisprudence. And also it will ensure that the judges will actually develop a system within themselves. They'll be able to have consistency too.
In relation to the Anti-Corruption Division Bill, Syed Kayum questions how the Law Society can say that corruption is not too complex. He says there are inconsistencies in dealing with corruption cases in Fiji, and the bill will address that. Penisa Wangarandov, FBC News.
The Fiji National Provident Fund is looking at measures to deal with issues of zero balance accounts. Attorney General Ayaz Kayum says 53% of 23,136 members over the age of 55 have zero balance in their accounts. He also highlighted that about 18,000 of the 59,571 members have had no transactions in their account for over 10 years or more.
In light of this, Mr. Speaker, sir, the FNPF board is currently looking at related policy intervention to address the issue of zero balance, and will explore options that will allow the fund to, firstly, terminate membership of those aged 55 years and have zero balance accounts, as there is a high probability that these members are no longer in employment. 2, terminate membership for those with no transaction over 10 years for those below 55 years. 3, deactivate accounts for those with no transactions for more than 5 years. Cancel membership if no contribution is received after a lapse of 12 months from the membership startup date.
Minister for Disaster Management Ines Seriratu has apologized for the inconvenience caused by sudden changes to curfew 2 weeks ago. Ahead of Tropical Cyclone Ana, the NDMO announced the revised curfew hours on the 29th of last month that would last the entire weekend, only to cancel them hours later. Seriratu says the NDMO and stakeholders have a process and take full responsibility for that decision, which was made according to the weather forecast.
Forecasts can be very accurate, but forecasts also can be different from real life scenarios. So the decision on the curfew that was taken, Mr. Speaker, sir, was based on the initial assessment that it will make landfall on Vitilio.
More than 1,900 students and 207 teachers from Tropical Cyclone Yasa affected areas underwent counseling. Education Minister Rosie Akbar says students responded quickly to the session, but teachers are taking more time to get back on track. Akbar says students who live through TCYASA have bounced back quicker thanks to social support session. The counseling sessions will continue to cover all schools in the affected areas.
Children were very quick to respond to the counseling tactics, while the teachers probably were still down with the trauma of losing their homes, their quarters, and the rest of the stuff. So the program was conducted in 22 northern schools, which included 16 primary schools, 5 secondary schools, and 1 special school.
The government's effort is not being matched by the level of commitment shown by cattle farmers. Minister for Defense Inia Seriratu says strong partnership and commitment is vital to increase production and to take the meat industry forward. He says there is potential, however, farmers need to take the level of commitment seriously.
It can be done. Can be done. We have the right quality, we have the right breed, we also have the environment, but the commitment, it's that commitment that is lacking. And that's unfortunate.
While debating the review of Fiji Meat Industry Board 2014 annual report, opposition MP Pio Tikondondua called for the Nakasi abattoir to be relocated. Attorney General Ayaz Said Kayum agreed there is a desperate need to relocate this facility. According to the government, another issue affecting the meat production is whether young people want to go into livestock farming. 21 water systems and over 80 rural water schemes were affected due to Tropical Cyclone Yasa and TC Ana. Infrastructure Minister Chone Usamate says supply within the Central, Eastern and Maritime Division is fully restored. Usamate says due to major landslides and flooding, there were blockages at the catchment and water pumps, especially in the Northern Division. He says TC Ana further damaged the water system, and as a result, certain areas are still facing supply issues.
The Northern Division systems are fully restored except for the main system in Lambasa, which is at 40% completion. Continuous heavy rains have caused major landslides in the sea level area, resulting in the washing away and rupture of the major bulk pipeline supplying raw water to the Mbena water treatment plant. Initially, 250 meters of this major pipeline was washed away, and later on another 80 meters were washed away. And these have had to be replaced. And this has also delayed the system's repair and restoration works.
Up ahead, top 14 deal for Wakeham and athletes to be vaccinated before Olympic Games. Stay with us.
Oira na ngone no de nunu ena bisi ni mataka.
Mersu sunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina na baksa ngai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Mulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira ena be mataka.
Oniti kena makarombuka.
Ni waitini kalima na miniti me ona kina tini na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji 1 na ndomo ibiti.
Pinda pinda na mataka. Dandra paina singabo.
Lanky lock forward Gennaro Wakeham has smashed through many obstacles in his life. Raised by a single mom, Wakeham used this as a motivation to work hard and always stay one step ahead of the game. Those same attributes have earned him a 4-year deal at Stade Français in Paris. Known for his height and the fearless character on the field, Gennaro Wakeham was on a mission to build a better life for him and his mother.
Being my mom, that she wakes up, goes to work, single mom, staying with her since when I was in Form 4. Every time I look at her going to work, sometimes she wakes up, she's only saving us at home. And that's where it comes. I have to keep working hard for us to get something and repay it back to her.
Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee FESNOC is hoping to get all athletes vaccinated before they leave for the Tokyo Olympic Games in July. However, vaccinating athletes before the Games is not a requirement of the International Olympic Committee. FESNOC, in partnership with the Oceania National Olympic Committee, are aiming to implement this. ONOC President Dr. Robin Mitchell says it's much safer to get vaccinated.
You don't need to be vaccinated to get in if you're an accredited person. But it's preferable that we can have access to vaccines after the governments have fulfilled the vaccination.
5 new schools have joined the Fiji Secondary School Rugby League Vodafone Trophy competition. These are Gospel High School, Namosi Secondary School, Balata College in Tavoa, and two Mbabe schools, DAV College and Basangam. Gospel High School returns to the competition after a lapse of 3 years.
A change in leadership in school who would like to see a development in many other sports, and one of it is this rugby league, the same that goes on with athletics.
However, starting from scratch will be a challenge.
It's something that is to instill in the children to begin now, starting the development again, planning and even with coaching, development of coaches and things.
Entering the competition again may be challenging, but the players are excited for the opportunity. They are confident of a good outing and are ready to take on some rugby league giants.
It's going to be hard. I know there are a lot of good players up there. Just need to work hard and depend on God and focus.
I know it's going to be hard, a lot of training, and I wish all the best for the competitors.
The Fiji Secondary School Rugby League Vodafone Trophy competition will begin next Saturday in the Southeastern and Western Divisions. Tale Materkula, FBC Sports. The Western Touch Rugby Association has started preparations for the first franchise competition. 95 players have been selected to represent the Western franchise, which includes a 14-year-old. Aquila Dama has the details.
Paying close attention, knowing they'll be doing something that's never been done before.
I feel really proud of myself. I didn't think I would be here. It's a really great privilege for us to actually be a part of something really big like this.
Touch rugby runs in the family for this youngster.
I wanted to be the best player, even though I'm the youngest. I want to try and beat those who are older than me, those who are more experienced. I want to try and accomplish something my grandfather did. In 2003, he coached the team that went to the South Pacific Games. I want to try and reach that standard too.
These players were selected a few months ago and had their orientation in Nandi.
So the franchise competition is designed in a way that it gives us another platform, another pathway from club level to a franchise level, then you go up to national levels.
The franchise competition will be held in March in Suva, Nandi, and the third is expected to be played at Pacific Harbour. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
There is a high chance of rain developing from the west and spreading to the rest of the group. Conditions will remain humid. That's FBC Morning News. Join us at 7 p.m. for Major Bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।